I got to ask Rob a question this morning. If you were to give me what was sitting on top of your fridge, what would you be giving me?
There's usually nothing up there, but I think now is a bag of chips for the weekend.
Ooh, bag of chips for the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where maybe a little storage happens with that kind of the snacky snacks go on top.
Not usually.
So we have cabinets over the top of our fridge. And so all I can think is, because it's at a place where you can't get your hand in, and I have to push one of those feather duster thingies in it. So I think there probably is a little dust that I'm not getting.
Okay.
So I would give you dust. So this is a big question. The things we keep on top of our fridge, because it has become a storage unit, I think.
The top of the fridge?
Yes. When I go to my mom's house, oh my goodness, there is so much. I'm afraid the fridge is going to topple. There's so much stuff.
I'm guessing for Scott here, because Scott is a self-proclaimed cereal guy in the evening, that there's cereal on top of his fridge.
You got it.
Okay,
I've got like three or four of those plastic containers full of cereal.
Okay, what kind of cereal?
You put them in plastic containers?
Oh, that's
Well,
nice.
my wife does. I just throw the box up there, but she's very organized, neat, tidy, so she gets the plastic containers, takes it out of the box, puts it in that, all fancy.
Okay, so if you give me your cereal, Scott, what kind of cereal are you giving?
All right, let me see here. Well, my wife likes Special K, so we've got some of that. Fruity Pebbles right now.
Fruity
Lucky Charms.
Pebbles.
I think there's a little bit of Raisin Bran. That's my favorite. So we've got a little bit of variety there.
You're
So
all
all
over
the
place.
cereal for the whole house is on top of the fridge, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the question kind of the day. Like, what do you have on top of your fridge? This is so interesting.
It's a burning question.
It really is, because mine's dust. A little bit.
Okay, well,
up under the cabinet.
Thanks for sharing.
So you'll get a bag of dust.
Cereal for Scott, but what about you? And send a picture, too, if you're at home. 800-447-7234.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
What's on top of the fridge? What is on top of the fridge? It's 800-447-7234. Rob and Liz in the morning, his radio.
Sorry.
You can talk now.
Thank you. Susan said, here's what's on the fridge. Extra placemats and an old wooden paddle. She has boys. They are all grown and they're parents now, but she is a boy mom. So she is keeping that paddle handy for when they visit.
Okay.
Ruthie, top of the fridge, you would find one or two cats sitting, and it's also where she keeps the trash bags.
Okay.
And then Brandon texted and said, I have a box of the individual bags of potato chips, but I also have a bottle of Febreze and a fly swatter.
Febreze, fly swatter, and chips.
Brandon is ready for anything.
Right? Watch out, flies. Okay, Mary's here at 800-447-7234. What about you, Mary?
I keep my large mixer, my Instant Pot, and moonshine.
Okay, well, let's stick to the Instapot and the mixer.
Hey.
Why there and not like in a cabinet somewhere?
Because I don't have a large kitchen, so all my cabinets are full of everything else.
Mm-hmm. How often do you even use the mixer and the, what is it, a slow cooker or whatever?
Instant Pot?
Instapot, yeah.
Yeah, Instant Pot a lot. The mixer, not too often.
How do you get them off the top of the fridge?
Stretch.
Just stretch?
On the tippy toes.
Yep.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
This is a thing. It's Rob and Liz in the morning, his radio. I will say right up front, I'm not into essential oils. And I'll tell you why. It's because any heavy scent makes me sneeze.
That is true.
It like crawls up my nose, and then I have a sneezing fit. It happens every time. If I put that body spray on, I'm sneezing for like 10 minutes.
I know that
straight.
I have forgotten, and I've squirted like a little perfume in the morning, and then Rob just...
I am.
And
I'm sneezing all over the place if she does that here.
Yeah. But these essential oils, I will say I've used them to try to help me sleep, and it didn't really work for me, but I'm hearing that you can use it to keep away insects.
Yeah, peppermint. Evidently, peppermint, the essential oil, keeps away ticks.
Yeah.
Which it's summertime, and if you have the dogs that are outside a lot, they're prone to bringing the ticks in, and then they jump on you, and you know the whole thing. So evidently, the peppermint essential oil helps. Ticks don't like the scent.
Yeah.
They're like, I guess it crawls up their nose and they sneeze for 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're like, why am I so stuffed up? They don't like lavender either. And those two, the peppermint and the lavender, are safe, from what I hear, to put on like even small children or animals.
To put on you?
Yes. Yeah.
Like off?
Sort of, but
Like a repellent?
Yeah, you take the essential oil. It's not like you bathe in it or anything. But
No,
you
but
can,
I thought you put it in that little machine thing.
a
That makes
diffuser almost.
Yeah,
like
the
thing.
diffuser thing. Yeah.
No, but you can also put it on yourself.
I didn't know you put it on you.
Yeah, you can put it
I'm
like-
out because that'll make me sneeze.
Well, you can, like, maybe if I were you, if I were Rob, I would put it maybe on my wrist and not like behind my ear or anything like that.
Behind my ear.
Well, I mean,
This
that's-
is like perfume.
Well, sort of like pulse
Dab it on
points.
your wrist. Can you smell this?
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
So Liz has been obsessed with this whole Bell. What is it? Bluebell. Bluebell Dr. Pepper
float
ice cream, right?
Yeah. Not so much because I'm a fan of Dr. Pepper or anything like that, but it's because everybody that's trying it that I have seen, like my friends, are like, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. It tastes just like a Dr. Pepper float or, a soda float.
So we've secured some.
Yeah.
Liz won't have it because she's on a strict diet right now.
Well, I'm trying to be good.
She's going to live vicariously through everybody.
I am. I'm going to watch every bite you take.
Yeah, so Jake, does Luke have some?
He
Luke
did.
is our intern. Luke, 8 years? You 8 years? Dude.
I mean,
I'm not teaching him right as an intern.
I
You're
had to
supposed
sample
wait.
it first.
Yeah.
It was the preview.
Yeah. Taking one for the team. Okay, so Jake and Ninja, I'm hopeful you
Your-
guys didn't have yours.
did you?
Yeah, we definitely did.
Uh-huh.
Scared.
Okay, so
Wait, I'll do a second bite though.
Okay.
Here we go.
Second
All right, one, two,
bite.
take.
Yeah?
and
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know it was Dr. Pepper float because that's exactly what it tastes like, and that's a 10 out of 10.
really?
Okay. You didn't know
Okay.
the flavor going in
Okay.
until you tasted
How come it
Right.
melts so quickly?
How come it melts so quickly?
Look at that. It melts so quickly already.
I don't know.
Yet.
Look at.
Wait.
I didn't try mine.
Okay. Wait, Ninja.
This is a live taste.
What?
Go do it.
This is a
Go
live
ahead.
taste. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Go ahead.
Why?
Defy gravity.
Is it good?
A lot of it is good.
You know what I love and hate at the same time?
What's that?
All the sounds. Because when someone taste tests, it's like they have to hit every taste
Listen,
bud.
now listen. I don't know if you noticed, but look,
Why
mine's
is yours
runny.
It's
It's like it's melted.
I just fixed it.
But look at how. Come on. I guess because it's a shake.
It is not a
What's
shake.
it? A float.
A float.
So it turns into a float immediately
How
when
did
you
it melt that quickly?
look.
I just fixed it for you.
I don't know, but it's already melted.
Yeah, well, try it. Let's see. All right, what does Rob think about it?
It tastes like ice cream with soda in it.
They say that it's supposed to taste like Dr. Pepper is straight from a soda fountain out of the 50s, and I can kind of see that with the ice cream.
Like
Mm-hmm.
from the 50s, like it's fermented
Straight
and
out of like Mayberry Mill.
Well,
I
listen,
think that it tastes like how at Cookout they have a cheer wine float. It tastes like that, but it's Dr. Pepper, so
I think you're
it's
right.
Great.
I'm just flabbergasted how much it melted
But
already.
no one else is melted like that.
Mine is just
Is your
completely
breath
melted.
super hot
No.
or something?
Rob spitting them flames.
Oh, right?
It's just really seriously, it really
It's
has
like
melted
soup.
quickly. Yeah.
I don't.
Did you put mine in a microwave? This is a joke.
No, I put everybody's in the microwave
This is
because
a joke. You
No.
melted mine on purpose.
I did not melt yours.
Liz melted mine. Scott, Liz melted mine on purpose.
It looks like it. It's all runny.
It's very runny.
Look, I can't be the hostess with the mostest if I'm melting somebody's ice
You've
cream.
melted
so
my ice cream.
Jake, was yours melted? Really? Ninja.
Mine's been out of the fridge for like 20 minutes, so
That is a fact.
Mine's completely melted.
I just fixed that for you.
I don't know.
And now you're getting all indignant with me. Like
no,
you're
I'm
just
not
like,
getting indignant.
Yes, you're a little bit like
I think she just put it in a microwave for like a minute and just melted mine.
I put
But
the
it's
whole
okay because it's like the authentic,
float
thing. Yeah. So I guess I must thank you.
Yes,
So
please.
thank you.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I'm scrolling on social media, and a friend of mine, Amanda, says, "Where can I find mushroom coffee?" And I want to have an intervention with her. I want to talk to her. That sounds nasty.
Look for what?
Mushroom coffee.
Mushroom coffee.
So I'll tell you. So I went to Laguna Beach earlier this year, and I always try to find those local coffee
California?
shops. Yeah. So I'm walking up and down Pacific Coast Highway, and I'm like, okay, where's the local coffee shop? And I saw this little cute one, and I'm about to walk in, and then I saw a sign that said something like, "We specialize in mushroom coffee." I turned my heel and started walking out. I'm like, that sounds it.
How do you even make that?
I don't know.
Do you add it to coffee or do you ground mushrooms and just brew mushrooms?
I think you grind them up or something, or maybe you could like do a saute kind of a thing. Not saute, but maybe like boil them so you get the juice out of it. And it just sounds gross to me.
I'm willing to try, but
Are you?
Yeah, I try just about anything.
I just, I don't need dirt in my breakfast.
Dirt?
Mushrooms.
It's
I don't like
mushrooms.
mushrooms at all. Like fungi is not my thing.
Listen, I'm sorry you feel that way. You're missing out on great steak dinners without mushrooms.
No, now I will saute mushrooms for my husband. He loves mushrooms, but for me, they stink. The texture is just so I'm very passionate about my dislike of mushrooms. I could talk for hours on my dislike.
Watch her try without knowing it a mushroom coffee one day, and absolutely love it.
Well, if you put enough frou-frou in it, then I'll be on board.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
So Liz has a friend, Amanda, who just has one burning question. Where can I find mushroom coffee? That's the big burning question that she has. And now we're hearing from people who, I guess, like it.
Well, or are looking for it, or like Mary, who texted 800-447-7234. She agrees with me. She said, "I do not like mushrooms. Yuck." That's all. She's not going to be having.
Well, you know what? You and Liz have no idea what you're missing out on, especially when you saute some mushrooms and you have it with your steak. I mean, that is just.
And then you put all of that in the coffee?
Oh, no, just mushrooms in general.
Mushrooms
you and Amanda, Liz and Amanda don't like mushrooms, period.
Right. Well,
regardless if it's in coffee or not, right?
Yeah. So me and Mary are not going to be looking for mushroom coffee anywhere in this world.
You watch. We can sneak her a cup, and she won't even know it. She'll go, what's this? It tastes so great.
Oh, this cup of dirt is awesome.
It's not going to taste like dirt.
Yeah.
Okay, so AJ's here. Something about mushroom coffee at 800-447-7234. What do you say, AJ?
There's a big movement going on for people to start trying this mushroom coffee because of all of the benefit factors that mushrooms carry. That supposedly it helps with your brain function during the day, which I could really use a lot of that. It's supposed to help your metabolism, help you burn fat. I could use a lot of that, too. So whoever that was looking for mushroom coffee, be wise before you buy Rise.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I think I remember this from when I was a kid as well, having where you could earn pizza. And so they're doing it. It's back. Your kids can read all summer long. And
That's like pre-K to 6th grade.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And you can earn pizzas, little personal pan pizzas. I think you can earn like one a month or something like that, which is really nice.
So with summer vacation, it's only 2 months, right? So that's only 2 pizzas.
No, because you can get June, July, and August because it's nationwide. And so you just don't know. I mean, there's some even, here that are going until like mid-June almost. So, yeah.
Gone are the days of going back to school after Labor Day.
Listen, right? You used to have until September 5th or 6th-ish.
Yeah.
Not anymore. It's like August 2nd, August
Some
5th.
places where my in-laws live, Michigan. I think at one time it was a law in Michigan. You can't start school till after Labor Day.
I do think that either there was a law that was trying to be passed or, I don't know, shot down or whatever, but they were trying to make it where you couldn't go back the first or second week in August. I mean, I feel like that's not a summer. what was that? I heard a kid go, yes! It's not a summer!
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Back in the day, there were pinball machines everywhere.
Every single place.
You go into a convenience store, there's a pinball machine. You go into a restaurant, there's a pinball machine. They seem to be everywhere. Then they went away when video games started to become big. Now pinball machines are making a comeback. So much so there's tournaments.
Right?
This.
They're going to be in the Olympics soon enough because video games are. But I feel like everything comes back. Everything comes back around. We got shoulder pads coming back now, the great big ones, and pinball.
Like pinball machines, I'm telling you. 3,500 tournaments in 24 different countries.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they're huge. They're calling it a sport now, which is crazy. Scott even enjoys the sport of pinball.
I love going to the arcade back in the day playing pinball, but one of my favorite memories when I was a kid, I had this little tabletop pinball machine that I would put at the end of my bed and just play that on hours and just over and over and over. Loved it.
Just a little, like a tabletop one?
It was, and it had all the bell, clunk, 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 ding, all
And
the
that's the
sounds.
thing. You got to have those sounds or you're not playing a pinball machine.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. What was it? A quarter, I guess, 50 cents, something like that. Now you can swipe a credit card and
Yeah,
play.
you can tap your phone.
I know.
Just about.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It's an encouraging way to start your day. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio.
I wonder what type you are. Are you the type that sees it and takes care of it? Or are you the type that sees it, ignores it, and lets somebody else take care of it? The mess.
I'd take care of it.
Liz takes care of it.
Mm-hmm.
There are people, half the people in this country, that will completely ignore it, the mess that's there, for somebody else to clean it up.
I totally see that. Totally see it. Now, I will say if it's an animal that has
That's
gotten
different.
sick,
That's different.
I probably will be like, there's something in here you need to
My
take
wife
care of.
always takes care of that stuff. Thankfully, I never have to worry about it. Unless it's like in the middle of the night and I'm up, then I take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is the thing. But I'm just going to be honest. I have pretended to be asleep. If I hear the thing in the middle of the night from the dog,
Pretend.
I'm like,
But there's a lot of people, and this is more than not, that pretend not to see it. Not to see a mess. I'm not talking about what the dog does. I'm just talking about a mess in general. If there's a piece of clothing on a floor, or if you're walking down the hallway and there's paper on the floor, or if there's just a general mess completely. Toys everywhere, clothes everywhere, mess everywhere. People that are pretending it doesn't even exist.
So I will say, and I was the first one that was in yesterday morning as far as by the ladies' room. And there were some like paper towels on the floor, so I'm not calling anybody out because I was the only girl here. And I was like, well, how did those get there? And I could have stepped over them. I couldn't have because it would have killed me. But yeah,
You
so I
picked
picked
them up. Good.
Because
See?
I can't stand to see that.
Especially in a restroom.
Well, in a restroom or even in like in our driveway, sometimes the boys will open their car doors, and maybe a straw wrapper falls out. And I'm like, oh, what is this? Is this a landfill? What are we doing here? Then I'm picking it up.
It's a landfill.
It's our home.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Laura's here. What's up, Laura?
So I was told to download the app because you're doing a giveaway for the Atlanta Braves and King and Country concert.
That's right. It's a winning weekend. And so all weekend, you'll be able to sign up to win those Atlanta Braves tickets. That starts at 5 this afternoon.
Oh, okay. So I keep checking the app. So 5 this afternoon, I'll check and it'll be there?
Yes. The winning weekend starts at 5 with Brian and Harlan.
All right, good. They're awesome. I just saw them in Savannah, and I want to see them again.
I know, and to see them in a post-game concert with the Atlanta Braves coming up here soon, that'd be so good. So all weekend long, it's a winning weekend on His Radio.
Yeah, so it's super simple. Just download the My HISRadio app if you don't already have it, and then make sure the notifications are on because you're going to get those notifications through the weekend that say, okay, it's time to get registered, and then you're in it, and you and your family could be headed to Atlanta.
Just so you know, you'll also be in the running for the Orlando Universal trip courtesy of Southern Wesleyan University. So that all happens on a winning weekend, and it starts at 5 today. Just download the app, Google Play, in the App Store.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Matt learned how to do this a year ago, and he's like, okay, I want to go to all 48 states. I know there's 50, so I mean, he's excluding Alaska and Hawaii, but he wants to go to all 48 continental U.S. states to play this one game, all 48 of them, and play them in one state. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio, and it happens to be pickleball.
I have played pickleball, and I think it is so much fun. I haven't played it yet here, but I was on like a little trip, and we had a big group together, and it was so much fun. So competitive. You burn a lot of calories.
Oh, sure. I'm sure. And I was trying to figure out what in the world is this game? What is pickleball? You throw a pickle around and hit it with a bat? What is this? So it looks like a tennis court. I'm seeing pictures now, and I'm like, oh, okay, I think I get it. It looks like a tennis court, an oversized paddle like for ping pong. Mm-hmm. Then you have a net like you're playing tennis. You have a court like you're on a tennis court, but yet you use a wiffle ball. You know, like you use a bat and a wiffle ball, a plastic ball with holes in it, and it's like yellow or something like that, and you knock it over the net. I don't know if it bounces like it does in tennis, but...
No, sort of, but not. It's hard to describe that. But I feel like, at least for when I played, we always played doubles. Like you didn't play single-person pickleball. I don't know if that is a thing.
I don't know.
The rules of pickleball are so weird. They're so, if you are the server, you get a number, and then whoever has the point, so you have to say your server number and the point.
Okay, you're getting too much into detail
Oh,
for
my
me.
goodness.
I can't figure that out. All I know is it looks like a tennis court. So this guy, Matt, he wants to go to all 48 states and play one round of pickleball in all 48 states.
And I wonder, why? Now, he's a pilot.
And he's retired, so he's got time on his hands and he can fly wherever he wants.
Well, and I was thinking he must own his own plane. He has to.
He's a pilot,
because it'd be kind of expensive. But why? How does he decide?
He picked it up a year ago, and he thought, I want to do this.
Well, I mean, if you're retired and you got the time and the money and you can do it, then do it.